Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. This is the Viking Night, as always, coming to you live from another live stream. Did I pull off robot? I don't know. It felt right. Was it right? I don't know. Never seen that before, have you? 2 horses, a chicken, and a panda living together in perfect freaking harmony. And then the Fire Nation attacked. Golly. Golly gee. Any hoozle. We're here. We're doing some stuff and things today. What stuff and things, you may ask? Well, I'm not quite sure. But I expect it to be delicious. Yes. Fuck. Oh, Lord. Someone's been drinking the Kool-Aid again. Golly. Shoo. Anywho, with all that being said, hello. Welcome on in. Hope you guys are having a happy Friday. Whether you are working, whether you are off, whether you do not like Dragon Ball Z, I wish you the best day possible. Hope there's a lot of good going on, and yeah. The first thing that came to mind were these trees. I really want to see how a tree would look if you used the pale leaves, especially among all of the greenery that we have. I want to see, will it work, first of all? Is it good enough of a contrast, and is it too much of a contrast, I guess? All of these things I would love to figure out. Now, the question is, do you make the bark white? Do you strip it? I don't know. I don't know if you would want to use this type of wood with this, or if you would want more, you know? I'm going to take it with just in case, and that may be something that we use, but I don't know. I don't think it is. I believe that jungle wood will look okay with this. I think spruce or dark oak could look really well with this. But will the leaves themselves look all right? Or does this tree look like a sore thumb? Like it's just stuck out in the middle, and you can see it from a mile away, and it doesn't just give you forest vibes. It gives you like, oh vibes, you know? And we don't want that, but yes. Is that enough leaves? I don't know. Probably one more tree ought to do, I suppose. I'm not really concerned if we don't get saplings back, by the way, because we now have access to go to the actual pale garden biome. So really we can get as many saplings and as wood as we want. So I'm not really too bothered by that anymore. So let's just chop down this one last tree here, and we'll see if that is enough, if that can do the things that we want to do, and the stuff. It's a really nice wood, I'm not gonna lie. It's a really, really nice wood that we easily could have used over there in the archway. Like I could mix some of this into the acacia very easily, I think. I am curious about that, actually. Let me try that real quick. I just want to see. Like, can you even tell? Is really what I want to see here. If we just sprinkled that a little bit, though. Can you even tell? Very little, honestly. Those two woods are very close together, which I was not aware of. I like that, though. Adds just a little bit of nuance there. A little bit more to, like, break up the eyes. So I kind of like that. Yeah, you barely notice that. If we do a bigger area, I think you would notice, but as it stands, not so much. Not so much. So, do we want to make... I'm not really sure how to go about this. Like, do we just try it with the normal wood here? And hope for the best, or what? And we're gonna need some fences, so let's get the fences. I guess, right? Let's just give it a shot and see if we can make this good. We do have to strip it, because it does need a good stripping. Alright, where can I do this that's not going to be in the way? Yeah. Okay, like right here I feel like is a pretty good spot, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. If it works, I'm going to build more of these, right? But obviously, there's no other trees around right now, so that is a thing. I think we just make the little trees instead of a massive tree here. I know, Bobies. I know. I know. Okay, the contrast is crazy, but I feel like this can work. Like every once in a while you just have a silver tree like this. Let's find out in a second. Let's build the full tree, because I don't feel like I can get the whole opinion here if we do not do that. So we do this, that over here, perhaps, something like that. A little bit down here. Good. Down here. Something like that. Over here, perhaps. I feel like this could really work. I've never seen anyone do it, so I really want to see if it fits in with our aesthetic. Jesus Christ, I sneezed so hard, I just knocked my headset off. Good Lord. Oh, surprised I didn't pull my back out from that one too. God damn. Damn. Thank you. Thank you. How are we today, Sir Lotte? How are we? Don't mind my choice of scaffolding material. I kind of love that. I kind of love that. Oh, I love that. We can even... Oh. Oh, I have so many ideas. It was fun. It was, you know, workday. Workday is workday. Is what it is kind of thing. I love that. Genuinely, I love that. Got the Gilded Blackstone Farm running. Noise. From a distance, does that detract from the forest? I guess is the next question here. Hi. You definitely fucking notice it. I mean, you really notice it from a distance. Wow. Let me go. I don't know. I love it though. It's weird, but it's very nice. Ooh, I love that. Because we could even add some gray or dark gray in there. 20 bees. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, hold on. Let's build one more of these trees. Because although I'm pretty convinced, I do feel we need to really try it here. 10 streak. Noise. I wish it told me my streak. Like, you're on a whatever day streaming streak. It should tell me my streak. It doesn't. It doesn't. We are building just a couple trees, I think, at the moment. Just a couple trees. I want to try it with the white wood as well, I think. Do we do a weird tree here? Do we do a weird tree here? Or do we just try this and see if it is what we think it's going to be? Let's try a normal tree first, and maybe we could do like a weird tree too. Why white? I don't know. I want to try it and see if it feels correct. We're using pale oak leaves, and I'm curious to see how it looks. Plus, this is in the graveyard, so I feel like it kind of fits. I don't know. I'm just trying things right now. Like, I kind of want it to look a little sickly because it's in the graveyard, right? But I also just want to see if it's going to look as amazing as I hope it will. How are you placing the logs? I'm only able to use my offhand as extra storage. What do you mean? If you're holding an axe and you place log, you just place the log. It's a vanilla mechanic. Right click? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You just right click it. My Minecraft don't do that. Are you on Bedrock? Or are you on Java? I don't even know if you can get modded Bedrock, actually. I'm not sure. Because this has been a feature for a long time, since whenever they added the offhand, I guess. Because then you can swap between it with F, and whichever one's in your hand, you can still place, so... I'm not sure. You bedrock, yeah. Fair. Absolutely fair. I don't know. It places. That's how it's always been. Unless there's like a setting that you have to turn on or off to do that. You'll have to check again. You should be able to. If you can place torches, you can definitely place a block. Okay, like if you're walking this path, right? You're like da 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 da, walking through the forest. Oh God, that looks so good. I love it. The only thing I gotta fix is the top, but can you use tools in your offhand? No. No. You can use blocks in your offhand. Silver maple. Yeah, I love it. It's so nice. I'm not going to go crazy with these, but I am going to definitely have a decent amount of these in here because I really like how it breaks up the green so much. I really, really like it. I really like it. We're definitely going to put these all around, though. Like, one for every 10-ish trees, give or take, right? I think we'll be okay, but it's super cool. I love it in the distance. It looks really nice. Oh, God. What is that one? And why did I put it at 2827? Full inventory of stone. Oh, balls. Balls. All right. All right. Balls. Damn, that looks good. I really like that. How does it look from a distance? Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. I had a little bit of a... I got carried away there. Why did I put it such a weird amount, by the way? Why did I put it as 29 or 28, 27? What the hell was I doing? Why did I do that? I'm never going to financially recover from this. I mean, you will. It'll just take like 7-ish days. If you just use the streak money, it will take you 7 days to recover. Because the streak money is good money. Still haven't been able to breach. I mean, yesterday you used like 2,400. You know that, right? You know, yesterday you did spend quite a bit. I don't know if you realized that or not, but you did. Because you used the break pick like 3 times. And a doggo treat. And 2 goddamn it bobbies. So that's like 2,100, I think. Plus a welcome hello. So 2,110 is what you did, I think. And to think, you could have had Turtle Cove all of this time. You could have had it. You could have had Turtle Cove. And by now, we would have a Turtle Cove. Because it'll probably take me 3 hours to make, realistically. And I am not even, like, saying that to be funny. I genuinely... That is a full inventory of stone. What do you mean? This is a full inventory of stone. These are all the things I would normally carry. Oh, are you wanting my offhand? Is that what it is? Oh, this is a full inventory. Like I always have to have these 3. Hotbar does not count as inventory. All right, we'll count it. So we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 additional stacks, okay? Or 9, I guess, including this. We will add 9 additional stacks. I just can't fit it because I do literally have to carry those things. So we will carry 9 additional stacks. Fair enough. That is a valid point. It is, you know, technically not a full inventory. So fair enough. I'll give you that one. Nine stacks. I don't even know. I don't know if you can do one whole thing with 9 stacks, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know if you can do, or how much you can do with 9 full stacks, rather. I do like that my casino is working though. If I give you enough options, at some point you will spend some money. That's the theory. To build such a mammoth structure. I mean, the front is going to be significantly easier than the back, by the way. Like, the back is genuinely going to have, like, 40-50% more blocks than the front, which is going to be a lot. Crying at your 40 by 15. I think for me, it's more of I just really genuinely love this game. I have loved this game for a stupid amount of time at this point. Like a very stupid, ridiculous amount of time. And I think that's kind of what it is. And it shows because, like, I don't really get bored with, like, how I'm building or whatever because I always have more ideas. Like, I keep a notebook of ideas of, like, that would be a really cool base or that would be a really cool rule to have. Like, I do a lot of stuff like that. Because I feel a lot of people, and they do this definitely by mistake, I feel like a lot of people that play this game do the same thing over and over and over again. And literally the definition of insanity. Like, there's nothing wrong with, you know, getting something and getting really good at that something, right? There is nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like people pigeonhole themselves into this game a lot. Like, I am only going to build castles, or, you know, I am only going to do whatever. But every world, I want to be different. I don't want it to look like the last world at all, like genuinely. I want it to feel different. I want it to feel like a brand new place. I want it to have different rules that I may have not used before, or if I did use and didn't get to use it as much as I want to do that. Let me show you something real quick. Hold on. Which was it? What did I think it was this one. Nope, it's not that one. Which one was this? Was it Danger Idiot Acquired? Yes, this is it, I think. Or maybe not. Ah, there we go. All right, this is my hardcore world that I lost. Hold on. Hold on. This is not my current world. I just want to see it. What? Why won't you... There we go. Is it not? Game... Creative? Oh, set game mode creative. What the fuck is the command? What's the command for this? Why can't I creative? Hello? Why can't I... Maybe, but I thought you could still view the world. I thought there was a way to, like... Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so... Yep. Okay, so this was the previous world that we were in. I just want you to get, like, a vibe of, like, how vastly different I build. So, the rule in this world... was I am not allowed to use any form of greenery. No nature at all. So we made these like sand cliffs with like runic symbols in them. We made these towers out of blue and pink. This was like a ritualistic area. And you can see we did like some trippy shit. And it's like... cool. So we like built a crazy ass wall with a crazy ass color scheme. All the blue and the purple were like magic. And then we started to do houses and stuff. So I love these houses. Like, no joke, these diagonal houses are some of my favorite things. And they're not even like good. They're just weird and I love them. So, like, this was our city. So we plotted out every house, every tower, every little thing, and every house you can see was on a diagonal. The towers were not, but the houses were all on diagonals. And, yeah. But just to show you, like, how different we do things. And, you know, we had the iron thing. But this is kind of like what we did. And then we even had this, like, wild fucking house here. And this was a hard build for me to get right. Wanted it to have, like, a bit of a, you know, magic theme going. And the plan was to build, like, magic beams coming out of all of these and, you know, stuff like that. But Oh yeah, this was like the entryway. And then even like this, we had like little tents, which I think are fucking awesome. We had like little tents because people were like staged out here and ready to go. These were like the army people, so I was going to put tents all over the fucking place. And they were like protecting the citizens who are going to live here and here. And did we do anything else in this world? We made a squid farm. We dug out a fuckload because we were making like a big ass bowl here. And then I was starting another project over here. Let's go back. Let's go back to our regular scheduled world. Died to lava. But yeah, every single time I don't build like the last time. I don't do that. I build vastly different. I change the rules every single time. A nuclear wasteland. Maybe. Build in that area, yeah. Maybe we build in like a crater or something like that. Like we dig out a gigantic ass crater and then the world exists only in that crater or whatever. I could do something like that maybe. I don't know. I might show you Hardcore World 1 as well, because I think that one, the rule on that one I really fucking loved. I loved that rule. That was one of my favorite rules. We were not allowed to terraform at all. Swing it out of the ballpark. Close enough, yeah. I feel like you could say that. We probably wouldn't say that like that. We would probably say like knock it out of the park, maybe. If we were going to use that phrase, but I don't think we really do. I'd say it's more knock out of the park. Or you struck, or like the opposite would be like you struck out. But I don't think we use those that often, to be honest. Or at least I do not use those often. Definitely don't use those often. But yeah, that was the main rule in there. No greenery of any kind. So you see how like we made a fuckload of trees here? We weren't allowed to make a single tree over there. So like it's stark contrast, and I love that. I love when you can do things like that and just kind of make it work. And it gets the old creative the juices flowing and stuff. I really, really do like that, actually. In my first world, I was not allowed to terraform at all. So we could build trees and stuff like that. But, so you see how, like, we've flattened fucking tons of shit out? We weren't allowed to do that at all. However the terrain is what we had to build with. So if a creeper exploded, we weren't allowed to fill in that hole. We just had to make something out of it. So you could make it into like a rock or a small pond or, you know, whatever. But you weren't allowed to fill it back in. So it was like really, really challenging to try to get the landscape to work with like everything else, because you had to make the landscape without terraforming it. And It was hard. It was a very, very, very hard challenge, to be honest. Like, I did have a lot of fun with it, though, because it was so difficult. And I definitely want to bring that one back at some point, just because it's so much fun. Like, you wouldn't think that it is because of how challenging it is, but it's so fun. And I love it. Hi, Bear. What are you doing? The rule. Yes, I loved the rule. The actual doing it part was kind of crazy. You say that, but like, look at this hill over here, for example, right? Look at this hill, right? So let's say this was your naturally generated Minecraft hill. This big ass thing right here, this little like ravine, this crevice, whatever you want to call it, you weren't allowed to fill this in. So you had to build with this. Incorporate that into your building. Or make a pond out of it. Or whatever. The only thing you were allowed to do was take like blocks, one layer. So like I was allowed to replace the block with something else. That's it. The rest you had to leave just like this. And that is a very, very difficult thing to do. I'm telling you, it's a lot harder than it looks. It's a lot harder to, like, make things work like that. Okay, we need to get, what did I say, 9 stacks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there you go. But, a lot of fun. And if you ever get to a point in Minecraft where you're kind of stuck, add rules. As weird as it sounds, by adding rules, it actually enhances creativity and not negates it. And I think people think the opposite a lot, to be honest. I think they're like, but if I add rules to myself, don't I restrict myself? Yes, you do restrict yourself. And then you have to use your creativity to overcome the restrictions. And I think that's what makes it a lot of fun. I do think that makes it a lot of fun, though. And the second world, we're not going to talk about that because it died, I don't know, less than 2 hours in because I punched an iron golem in the face while dealing with villagers. So we don't even count that world, but... Holy shit, this is really tall. I know I say this every time that I go to build a piece of this mountain, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, why is it so tall? Every time. Yeah, I do really like that other world, though. And I do intend to fully bring that world kind of back into here, by the way. We are going to build some of those blue and pink houses. And we are going to build them on a diagonal at some point. Just as like a tiny homage, like not inside this village, but whenever I start like branching off into a different area via connections, I really want to do it that way, and I'm going to have like a little tiny village that maybe has... little tiny village that has those houses in it. So maybe like 4, 5 houses tops or something. Just a little abandoned thing in the wild. I think it will be really cool. Oh, tits. Something about sneezing that I don't enjoy. I don't know what it is, but I don't enjoy. All right, looking good. Okay, let's see, something like that. Up here. Back there, good, like this, like that. Put that here. Up here, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Where do I want to go here? Bring it all out, I guess. HBM's new leaves a huge crater, charges everything, so Brandon, I think you will do a great job. Yeah, I don't. So the issue with that is it uses mods, and although I've talked about the possibility of using mods, I quite enjoy vanilla. So if you can't achieve that in vanilla, I don't really want to do it. I would have to make the crater myself, you know? If I was going to add a mod to this, it would be an exploration mod. It would be, what is it called? I think it's called Dungeons and Taverns. D&T. I would add that mod to this because it looks freaking sweet. Or I would add that plus Tango Tech's Techtopia, which would also be awesome. I would like that. Techtopia was a mod that Tango Tech created that he gave villagers better things, basically. So you could give each villager an actual job. Like, they could chop logs for you. They could go and mine stuff for you. They could, you know, do all of these things. But it, like, costed currency that you had to get by doing their stuff to like, get them to do all of these things. But it just gave so much life to the builds that it was absolutely incredible. He did a series on it, and it's still one of my favorites. Not to this world, new world, because you can't go creative and hardcore or adding mods to this world might break something. Yeah, I probably won't do that, though, because, like I said, I have a whole-ass notebook. A whole-ass notebook of rules or ideas for builds that I want to do. And it's, like, decent as that one sounds, like, apocalyptic, meh. Very meh. Like, I think I want the next one to be flying, to be honest. A completely flying base. Maybe steampunk. Steampunk would be really fun. It's such a bitch, but it would be really fun. If not steampunk, cyberpunk maybe? I don't know. All I know is I definitely want to do something along those lines. Floating islands? Not quite what I had in mind. Not islands. I was thinking like floating airships slash hot air balloons slash giant firework or giant Chinese lanterns floating in the air is kind of what I was thinking. Like have a floating village made in Chinese lanterns. It sounds really cool. I've never seen it done before. Floating islands, so many people do, and I think it's such a trope, which I don't enjoy. It's not original at all. And although you can put your own spin on it, meh. Not something I want to do. Now, if the floating islands were held up by something, I like that idea more. Right? So, like, instead of just floating, then they're, I don't know, they're tethered together via chains or something, and then you make them like a vehicle as well. So, like, the island is also a vehicle of some sort. That would be kind of cool, but floating islands, absolute meh. Snorefest. Boring. Boring. Also too easy, to be honest. Like, it's really easy to make a floating island. It's hard to make them look good, but it's really easy to make them. I just think it would be super cool. And I would also kind of love to do an Asian-themed build someday, too. Like, I mean, tie in with the Chinese lanterns, I guess, but I don't know. Something like that seems just wonderful, honestly. Like, build some Japanese temples and pagodas or something. I don't know. The world is whatever you make it, but ooh, we need to go back one here. I don't know. Most of the time, though, I want my stories to be different than everyone else's that plays this game. That's hard because, you know, there's like billions of people. There's like 1.5 billion people that are playing or have played Minecraft, which is crazy, but I don't know. I want to do more. I want to push it to its limits, and floating islands is hardly a challenge, to be honest. To be honest. Dun, 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 dun. Unless, like, someone gave me, like, a really creative rule for it. If someone gave me, like, a really, really awesome rule, a difficult one, not in the sense of, like, oh, he can't use a pick. No, I don't want difficult. I want things that restrict creativity so that I am forced to use different tactics to give a similar result. That's what I want when I say rules. Because so many people just think like very one-dimensional on that too. Render distance is 2 chunks. Nah. No. Like if I was gonna do floating islands, it needs to be like a killer rule that like difficult to execute and doesn't look like every other floating island in the world. Because that happens so freaking often. And then sometimes, like, they build a floating island, and then their next base is also a floating island. And you're like, why? Didn't you just build a floating island? But, like, genuinely, if you came up with a really cool idea, a cool rule for that, I would be all over it. Because that would be legit. And just like that, our inventory has been completed. Mountain, whatever I called it, complete. What did I call it? Mountain sentence has been complete. I still don't know why I made it such a weird point amount, by the way. 28, 27. That might bug me a little bit that is... that is unfinished now, because of 36 stacks only did 1.5 rows. That's kind of crazy. 36 stacks of stone did 1.5. 1.5. What's up, Mizzy? How are ya? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Sorry about the other day. I saw you join just as I was finishing. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. All right, so what do we want to do now? I think we need to do a little bit of digging because we didn't do much digging yesterday, so we at least need to finish the chunk that we started with. Those 2 silver trees are crazy. Like, you can see them very easily, which I kind of like. All right, let's dig out our little chunk here. Asking a text, asking you to work tonight? Oh, God, no, that sounds awful. Yeah, I hate that text. That's the worst text imaginable, honestly. Because on the one hand, you're like, you know, money is kind of great. I need the money. But on the other hand, you're like, God, I don't want to work tonight because I'm fucking off. And like, once you already have the idea of being off in your head, for me at least, if I already have the idea of being off, like, if you asked me the night before, I'd be like, all right, maybe. Because I haven't got into the I'm off mindset yet. But you ask me the day of, I'm like, nah, man. Sorry. I know I say I need the money. I know I say I need the hours. But nah, I will not be there. Call someone else. If you ask me the day before, though, when I'm like still working, I'm like, all right, fine. I will do that. You are the someone else? Yeah, I'd still be like, eesh, oof, nope, no can do, man. Because, like, I've said this to my managers often, and I'm sure they absolutely love me for it, but an emergency or poor planning on your part does not constitute an emergency for me. I'm sure they love when I say it, no doubt about it. But that's like my go-to thing. Poor planning from your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. Find someone else. Oh, it's rough. And that's usually what it is too. Usually it's poor planning that got you in this situation to begin with. So I'm like, no, pass. I can't tell you how many times I've like asked for more hours though. Like, man, I really want to get some more money, you know, all of this, I'm down to work. And then they're like, ooh, do you want to work tomorrow? No, I don't. Getting too old, just had your B-Day? Oh, nice, happy birthday, happy belated. 22, right? Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah. So what are you going to do? Are you going to decide to work? Are you going to suck it up and go to work? Or are you going to tell them that it is not your job? You're going in? Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oof. Yeah. Like, I'm scheduled to work tomorrow, and I don't even want to work tomorrow, right? Like, it's not a thing. And for that, hold on, I will give you, hold on, one of these. God damn it, Bobby. There you go. We will do one of those. What was that noise? I don't know. I don't like it. Wanted to play your mod pack and chill? Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. How long do you have before you have to go in now? Got a long time or a little time? Oops. You're not clay bed. Calm down. Dun, dun. Leaving at 7 p.m. It's 1 now. I mean, you got 6 hours. You could play your mod pack for a good 5 hours there, right? You could. You could chill for those 5 hours. Or has the anticipation of having to go into work flipped it completely and you're like, God, this is not a relaxing day off anymore. 7 to 4 a.m. What the hell kind of shift is that? The hell kind of shift is that? That sounds awful. That sounds awful. No, thank you. I don't think you could pay me enough to work that shift, to be completely honest with you. Have to be done before 10. No. I don't think you could pay me enough to work that shift. Like, even if you're like, here, we'll give you like $57 an hour, I'd probably be like, eh. But that shift, it sucks. Pass. You gave me 100 an hour, I might consider it. All right. 100 an hour, I might consider it. Team no thank you also? Yes, 100%. Hey, Laos. Good to see ya. I'm team do not disrupt me while I am off. Make 20 an hour? Not a chance. There's no absolute way that I would go in. No way. I did overnights one time. Overnights I did it for like 6 months. And even though the job was fucking easy as hell, and we literally goofed off the entire night and had wheelchair races and shit. No. It fucked my sleep schedule so bad. For a night owl, yeah, 100%. But are you pressure watching dungeons? Pretty much is what it seems like. Sex dungeons for Smurfs. There's blue paint all over the walls, but you quickly discover that it's not blue paint. And my animal's fed, and with Snap possibly not being received. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. We do have ads here. We'll be back in a minute 30. Boop. This was a lot longer of an ad break than I originally anticipated, I want you to know. I thought it was only a minute and a half. I clearly was wrong. The Staters Borough. What the hell's that? Walmart's with people no one sees that keep the outside of them clean. You know, I have always wondered that. I've wondered that. Bum, 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 bum. Can't clean them when they're open. Sure you can. You can spray the guests. It's fine. You can spray every single person that walks in there. They will be fine. Just blast them. A lot of the people that go to Walmart, I'm sorry, they need to be pressure washed anyway. We're back. Ads are done. We're back. Like, you know, not talking shit because I myself frequent the Walmart, but just saying, a lot of them could use a good pressure washing. I don't know that that's a hot take, because I feel like even the people that need to be pressure washed realize that they need to be pressure washed. They just don't want to do it themselves. I feel like they realize this. That's how it goes. You know, all right, so you know all the people. You need to be pressure washed. That's because you have a dirty mind. So your pressure washing is different. We gotta scrub out the filth. I didn't stutter. We gotta scrub out the filth, the dirty mind. In one end and out the other, yep. Some people pay really good money for that too. I'll have you know. I'll have you know. Oh, yes. Hi. What are you doing? Hi. You need some head scratchers, huh? Yeah. You need the attentions. Side hustle unlocked. Hi. Oh, yeah, she loved the head scratches, huh? She loved the head scratches. Hi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This program has been pupping. Yes, one of the two. I don't know if you can see her right. Hold on. Can you see her? Kind of. No, she's just out of frame. There she is. You can kind of see her. She's like just out of frame though. Mel? What do you mean? Oh, it is a shepherd. Shepherd, yeah. Oh, a Belgian Mel Wong. Yeah, no. It's a German shepherd. You have a Mel? Nice. I got 2 shepherds. One of them is mixed. One of them is pure blood. Yeah, I'm sure that has happened at least once. I have to imagine that it has. Like, people have me on their speakers or their phone or something. I have to imagine. I have to believe that that is a thing. I have to imagine it. That is why they have a redemption reward as well, which I still need to fix because I'm gonna add a voice command that switches my scene and makes me full screen whenever that reward is redeemed, and like pauses the gameplay for a second to put that on. I'm gonna set that up. I just haven't quite got there yet. It's on the list. It's on the list. It is on the list. I feel like I'm starting to get sick too, so I feel like congested. Cats for your treats for your cats. Yeah. Yes. You got it, right? You got to have some kind of interaction. Speaking of cat, someone type in !kitty. Yeah, it still works. Woo! We're getting professional. Oh, yes. Yes. I have actually added a bot after 10 years of being in the streaming space. I have caved and I have added a bot that currently has a whopping, a staggering, an unimaginable 4 commands. 4. Yep, 4. I know. Hold your applause. Hold your applause. It's so funny to me because it's like, yeah, you think I'm kidding, but no. 4 for me is like, hold the fuck on. Everyone, put down your horses, hold them tight, because this man has 4 commands after 10 years. Holy shit. The bot's gonna get bored and take over your channel, yeah. It's a good chance. And we just got the bot 2 days ago, so in theory, we'll add more things. Can't get past 10 years for you too? Yeah. So not 10 years of consistent streaming, I will say, because I feel like we got affiliate like, I don't know, 8-ish years ago or something, like a long time ago. And when literally the week or the day after I got it, I stopped streaming for close to 3 or 4 years. Literally, like the day or week that I got it, I literally stopped streaming for like 4 years. And then if I were to say that my streaming has been anything less than spotty, I'd be fucking lying. I would be fucking lying, because there's times where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stream 4 times a week, woo! And then like I do the 3 times a week, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna stream again for 6 months. Too busy or the pressure? Neither. I don't know. I've disappeared from things a lot. So like, even a lot of my friends know, like, I have said, like, I was going to go get a sandwich, for example. I told my friends I was going to get a sandwich. And then I literally did not come back online for 8 months after it. And, you know, they were giving me mad shit. They're like, man, this must have been the greatest fucking sandwich of your life. It took you 8 months to get it. Like, just poof, I was gone. No warning, no anything. I was gone. Following since 2015. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A ghost in the night. Yep. And currently, I am proud to say we are close. I don't know the exact number right now, but we are close to 50 days in a row. 50 days in a row right now of streaming. 50. We're on a hell of a fucking streak. Considering my last PB was 7 days of streaming in a row, daily, I'd say we're doing pretty good. We went from 7 as the all-time PB to 50. Currently, I'm having a lot of fun. So, at the moment, I have no plans of ghosting everyone, and I'm just vibing. I'm riding out this streak. How long will it go? I have no idea. Will I randomly pick it back up if I miss the streak? I also have no idea. But I can tell you that I am having fun, so for sure, there will at least be one more day added to the streak. That's all I can really promise. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up that I do it like this, but it's fun. Got to keep you guys on your toes. From daily to once a month. And vice versa. It's easier than setting a schedule. See, and that's the thing for me too. I know that if I were to set a schedule and say, I'm going to stream at this time every day for this amount of time, right? I I know in my heart, and I know statistically speaking, if I really wanted to grow my channel, that's what I would need to do, right? They expect you on at the same time every day. Do not be late. But to me, the second you do that, you've treated it as a job instead of a hobby. This is a hobby. I want to make that very clear. Like, any tips and donations and whatever I get is always appreciated, but this is not a job. And I can't do it. I can't be like, all right, at 11 o'clock every day, we're gonna hit that live button and go. Can't do it. Because the second I put that limitation on myself, the second I say that, I know that I'm going to get really annoyed really fast. Because then I effectively have to treat it as a job, and I don't like that. And it seems dumb because, like, I know that's kind of in my head. Because, like, it's really not a job until you actually make, like, money with it, right? But I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Which is funny because we've also... One of our recent records was I wanted to do a YouTube video every day. And we did it for more than a year. One YouTube video every single day for more than a year. That was a PB that we fucking shattered too. We'll never beat it again, most likely. But we beat it. And for some reason, every single episode was out at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every single one. That's just when I decided to make it go live. But the difference is you can set a scheduled video. So I was uploading, you know, daily, but I would upload 7, 8, 9 days in advance. YouTube is how you kept up with me? Really? You listened to me rant? How many times did you listen to the rant and you'd be like, why is this idiot ranting about this? How many times were you like, God, why won't he shut up? He just keeps talking. Background noise, yeah, that's fair. That is fair. It's funny though. There is one streamer that I put on every single night before I go to bed, and he is a Slay the Spire streamer, and he's definitely got that radio voice, but not the radio face. And I literally will put him on every night because he's got a VOD channel. Put him on, and then I will just literally go to bed. I'll put the sleep timer on and go to bed. I do the same shit. For the most part, you know, I can't be 100%, but for the most part, I feel I am relatively quiet and don't scream a whole lot. Every now and again, I definitely pop off and scream, but for the most part, I feel like I don't, so I'd probably be decent background noise. Because the second I start screaming, you guys are like, what the fuck is happening over there? This should be the last sleep we need to do to finish digging out that area, which was a lot bigger than I thought it was, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. I also just started posting like all of my VODs and stuff too. Cues up your YouTube channel. Oh god. Oh god. At some point, if I was a professional, I would probably have a command for this, or a voice command for this, or something, and you know, we'll see. I don't, but a professional probably would. Which genuinely makes me not want to do it. Like, I finally buckled 2 days ago on the bot because they were like, just get a bot, super easy. And I was told this by so many other streamers too, like friends that are streamers and stuff. And they're like, yeah, bots are great. They're the easiest thing in the world. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't wanna. You let me know if it works. Good deal. As long as you don't actually like listen to what I'm saying and you just kind of have me in the background, it should be fine. If you start listening into like whatever I decided to rant about for that entire year, you might be like, what the fuck? But if you don't do that, you should be fine. Because let me tell you, I ranted quite a bit. Whatever's on my mind, no matter how big or small, even if I've covered the topic 76 times, I probably have more to say on it, because I just talk a lot. Well, no, there's no conspiracy talk. No conspiracy. But I definitely have ranted about zombies for at least 4 or 5 episodes. Like, at least. Maybe as many as, like, 20. Because I just kept having more things to say on zombies. I definitely ranted about, like, becoming a good leader at one point. And then something happened where I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that no more. You could see like the shift in like the tone and everything like that. Sometimes I rant about Minecraft. Sometimes I rant about zombies. Sometimes I rant about vampires. And I genuinely couldn't tell you all the things that I just randomly rant about. Like, it's one of my few and weird skills. No matter what the topic is, I can just kind of rant. Regardless of if I'm the only one listening or talking or anything. I just kind of rant. And I've always been very good at that. I think being an only child helped with that drastically. Because I had to figure out a way to entertain myself. Or my mom always used to say, well, if you're bored, it's your fault. So I was like, shit, took that to heart. You're bored, it's your fault. All right, well, I'm going to go find something to do then. Shit. Not just going to sit around on my ass, you know. I'm going to play video games. I'm going to go talk, like make random voices and stuff. Get into trouble, you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. We really need to make the push for this. I don't know when we're going to be able to make the push for this, but I really want to push to complete this river. Like, it is such a big-ass river. It's taken us a long time to dig this puppy out. And then, remember, we still have to fill this back in when we're done. So that's going to be a challenge in and of itself. We are making a river here, in case you wondered. And the river will be made entirely out of stained glass, concrete powder, and concrete. And there will not be a single bit of water in it, except for the squid farm that actually has to have water and can't spawn on glass. So we're going to make like a fog effect, and we're going to use some color theory to make that happen. And should be really, really cool. The only downside, say the only, but the real downside is how much freaking glass we're going to need. I'm talking thousands of glass blocks here to make this a reality. Thousands. Maybe... Do you make all your worlds yourself? Yes, I do. Yes. Every time we create a different world, or we start a new project within a world, each world, each project has its own set of rules. So I make new rules depending on the world and whatever we're doing. And I have to stick to those rules. And then with the confines of those rules, it actually allows me to be more creative because I have to work with inside boundaries and then therefore do things a lot differently than I normally would. So in this one, you can do !world rules, all one word, and you can see our current rules for this world, if it works. I don't know if it'll actually work, but does show in the commands. Hey, it worked. I'm always astonished when shit like this works, by the way. I am genuinely astonished when any of these bot commands work, because I effectively went at it with a rusty screwdriver. Yeah, those are our current rules for this build, though. And number 5 is definitely a little bit of a challenging one. So there are close to 1,700 placeable blocks in this game. We need to use all 1,700 of them in this particular build, and we must use at least 3 of every single one of them. So obviously some of those blocks we're using a lot more of, but we still need to use, at minimum, 5,100 blocks. At minimum, 5,100 blocks. And I can tell you we've already used substantially more blocks than that in here, because this is an 800 by 800 area. And we try to make the whole thing kind of come to life. So we want the project, the story, and everything to align with it. So this whole thing, everything, all the little scaffolding that you see, the mountain, the scaffolding over here, and you can't see it, but there's more scaffolding over there. All of that is part of our kingdom that we are building in. So if you look at this, which I did like last stream, I think, or the stream before that, we made this archway. There is green concrete, green wool, moss, mossy cobble, cobblestone stairs, slabs, walls, blocks, andesite, stone, acacia, pale oak, tough, gray concrete, green carpets, gray carpets, and light gray carpets, all on this one build. A few friends helping. No. No. It is just me, single player world. It is just me. It is just me. It's a lot of fun. I as you might be able to tell, I'm slightly addicted to this game. You know, might be a little obvious. I'm a little addicted. Genuinely, I have played this game since it came out in alpha, which was 2009. 2009. And since 2009, I literally have played Minecraft, like IRL game time, more than a year. Like a full real life year. Across all my worlds, my servers, my mod packs, my everything, I have played more than a year of this game. Which is, yeah. It's definitely something. No other game that I've ever played even comes close to the amount of hours I have in this game, though. And that's a crazy thing to say. Because, you know, it's a lot. But in every world I do what I do. This is just the newest world we happen to be in here. But I've gotten really good at like doing gradients for this world since we have to use every color in the game here, every block in the game. So I've done like, look at it, like this house. This is one of my favorite houses. I literally am using gold into terracotta, into hay bales, stripped oak, stripped birch, sandstone, smooth sandstone, spruce, stripped dark oak. Like there's like close to 50 or more blocks per house that we've made here. Like the gradients and all of that shit. It takes a long time, but all the different blocks in here. And then we don't look in this house. There definitely is not anything suspicious going on in this house. They're definitely free to leave whenever they want. 100%. And then today, I added something that may just be my new favorite thing in the world at the moment. So, you have a house of prisoners? Kind of. All of those prisoners sell blocks to me that I need. They sell blocks. We built this little tree today, and I just love the contrast of leaf color between like the actual forest and this one. And I'm going to put a bunch more of these just like scattered around the real forest because I think it would break it up so nice. It looks so good. I'm very happy with it. And should you ever want it, there are rewards, channel rewards, where you can get parrots. And I usually will hide the parrots in like trees and stuff like that so that you can so it feels more alive in here. Yes, you give them a place to crash. Exactly. 100%. We have many people trapped in this world somehow. Currently. The plan is, though, once we get everything done, sealed away, and mob-proof, I intend to release all the villagers and like put their workstations in specific houses so that in the day they go all to the town square and they meet up with each other. But then like when it gets closer to night, you get to see people like going to their houses and stuff, which will be funny. The panda expedition actually happened because I was not able to find a parrot in the world. That's how that occurred. There was a panda nearby, and I was like, do you want a panda instead? Fair. You could potentially get that outcome. Never say never. one of our richest channel point members. I got him to spend like 3K today, which I'm very happy about. Anytime I can tempt him just a little bit, like, ooh, gambling, ooh, pretty shiny things. Anytime I can tempt him and he actually spends the points is great. Today, he used his points to get me to place 36 stacks of stone. And if you're not a big Minecraft player, a stack is 64 blocks. So 64 times 36 is how many blocks he had me place today via a reward. Hi. What's up, puppers? Hello. And it literally only did one of these like columns. It did this column here and half of another one with 36 stacks of blocks. That's all it did. So like looking around, if each one of these is, 30 stacks, we got a lot to go. We got a freaking lot to go here. Hi, bird. What are you doing? We got a lot to go. But, like, you can just kind of see them everywhere. There's little birds in a lot of my trees. And I like these little birds. Give it a little bit of life. And once we have everything enclosed, I'm also going to get a bunch of wild foxes. And they'll literally, like, run around the whole city and village and stuff like that. And I'm going to release these guys, too. These are ocelots. We have Katsubushi, we have Memoi, and we have Samose. So I'm going to get like wolves, and there's going to be random horses everywhere, and horses in the stable, and villagers, and it's going to look very alive when we're done, basically. Very alive. Well, that's where all my fire resist potions went. Damn it. I needed those. God, I really love those trees. We're going to need to collect a lot more of those blocks. A lot. I like the ocelots. I like the ambiance, though. Like, if there were deer in this game or squirrels, let me tell you, there would be so many animals running around here. Like, there would be so freaking many. As it is, we're going to have, like, axolotls in the ponds, and we're going to maybe have some turtles, and if anyone decides to save Jeffrey, we'll make a sanctuary for Jeffrey. If not, he's going to get buried here in the glass river, never to be seen again. So, maybe someone will save Jeffrey. If not, he will be consumed by by the glass river that he will be trapped in forever. There's also one more that you could save too. That's weird. Why is that there? That's weird. There's one more you can save, and his name is Alfredo. But if you choose not to save him, that's okay. He just will remain part of this forever. He will always be in here. Damn, we got a lot of ink. That's great. A lot of ink. We're going to need that anyway. Let's go get some iron and set up our next beacon so we're ready to dig more. So we gotta come up, we gotta finish this at some point. This is my ethical and humane iron golem facility. It produces iron for us so that we can trade them to the villagers and get blocks from them, basically. Totally 100% ethical. They definitely don't fly down a water chute into lava. That's not something that's occurring. And just like that, look at that. Ethical iron. Got enough iron. It's a water park. Exactly. Exactly. They are not getting harmed at all. It's just a magic trick. It is just a magic trick. I'm your PR officer, yeah. I need one of those for real life, genuinely. for random things that I want to say and know better than to say. That's what I need. Like, I need, like, a conscience, but, like, it needs to actually speak to me and be like, yo, you cannot say that. That's what I need. Oh, wait. Way too low. I forgot what level we were going to. 49, right? Yeah, 49. This level. All right, we need to make a 9x9 square. There's a poem in the middle of crafting. Yeah, that's fair. I do actually write poetry, so that is kind of a thing. I do that. That will be believable. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more. Bum, bum, bum. This music seems way too freaking epic right now for like me digging dirt and some sand. By the way, way too epic. Calm down a little bit. It's like a battle quest. And then this is like a picnic. Dun, 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 dun. All right, perfect. Oh, you know, we didn't actually get a beacon, huh? Should go do that. Didn't actually get a beacon to bring over here. Okay, got those. Eventually, we'll be really, really rich, by the way, because we won't need these beacons anymore. Eventually, we'll be really rich. And that'll be a great day. Today is not that day, because we're going to continue to leave these all over the place, but... You need these in order to make sure you have the haste effect, which is that little pickaxe over here in this corner, or here. And that allows you to instantly mine most blocks, which is very nice and convenient for digging out massive rivers that are going to become glass rivers. If we did not have that, we probably would not be digging out a river this size, to be honest. We probably would not be doing that. Okay, beacon, haste 2, and that will allow us to hopefully... We'll be able to get all the rest of this, and then we'll need one more beacon over here to get the last little bit of a river. Echo. What's up, baby? What's up? Hi. Hello. Echo, come here. Come here. Good girl. What's wrong? What's the matter? What's the matter with the baby? One desires booty scratches, and the other only requires head scratches. This is the booty girl. Da booty. Ja booty. Maybe we should take this down a few layers. I really want to get this done sooner rather than later. I just know how much glass it's going to take. And if we can kind of calculate out how much glass we're going to need, that would be great. Because then I can kind of go and start planning for that. If we don't do that, I'm just kind of guessing. And that's not the best. Not the best. Because we're going to need... We need a lot. That's all I know. We need a lot of sand and or glass. And I don't know that I have that amount even in this world. So we're going to need to mine a lot. After we dig this all out, we basically need to go and make a gigantic smelter. And then we need to feed it thousands of blocks of glass. And then we got to figure out how to get the different colors of dye, because we're going to need thousands of colors of dye to make that happen as well. So, you know, that's great news. Wonderful news, in fact. It's a lot of blocks. It is a lot. I kind of want to check. We haven't checked our statistics in quite some time as well, so maybe we look at that and see just how much stone and stuff we're at. Stone and dirt. If I recall correctly, we left a sign for ourselves here in the church. We did, yep. That said, so before we dug out that area over there, this is how much stone and grass and dirt we mined. 127,000 stone, 100,000 grass, 51,000 dirt. What are we at now? All right, we're at 1,045,525 stone. We're at 338,901 grass and 275,992 dirt. So 500,000 dirt and 1,000,000 stone is now what we're at, by the way. We've dug 900,000 stone blocks and 400,000 grass blocks since we did this. Since we made that sign. I see. That's a lot. That's a lot. Jesus. Why did I do that? And we still have so much more to go, obviously, too. We did crest the 1,000,000, though. That's good to know. I didn't think I was going to be over the 1,000,000 mark, to be honest, yet. I thought we still had a ways to go, but shit. I guess all of our dedication is paid off. We've reached the 1,000,000. Our first 1,000,000. Me first dollar. Fucking did. Oh, Lord. Any SpongeBob fans out there? Hey, we finally filled one chest of gravel. That's outstanding, too. Great news. Great success. All right, all clean. We got the beacon ready. We need more rockets. Good. We're good on food. All right. I do have to work stupid early tomorrow. I have to be up at 2 in the morning tomorrow. So it is time for me to go to bed. So thank you so much for watching, for chatting, for the rewards, hanging out, for lurking, all of the stuff and things. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, ciao.